scenes get skipped and which don't. As long as I don't forget to not walk into Pocket Circuit, we'll be fine. Anyway. See my splits here? Okay, yeah, you can. Right. Let's get going. 3. Oh, hello. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, right, yeah, I get items for save. We don't use items because technically DLC. Hey, let's have a conversation real quick. I've been missing for... Oh yeah, the menu delay to skip cutscenes. I forgot. I've been missing for like 2-3 days. Those of you who've been around for a little while now know that I've been having a couple of really bad problems when it comes to my stomach. It's been going on for... It's something that I've had for like, if I had to be honest, like 6 months, but very, very intermittent, like once a month or so. Now it's becoming once or twice a week, and the last 2 days have been pretty bad. After I did all sub-stories, I woke up the next day, and I don't know if you ever had one of those days where you feel fine physically, but your head is just, nope. Yeah, one of those days. So, unfortunately, I had to take a day off, and then the next day, I had my stomach problems. Now, lately, we've known what my stomach problems are because, you know, I've had bread. Like, we've known that bread is a bit of a catalyst because I clearly have some kind of bread allergy. Like, something in bread is causing me to have allergies. Now, the problem is... I need to not hit this guy because he guards. The problem is... I didn't have any bread. So, I already needed that chair. Unfortunately... Clearly, something's not doing too good in my body. And I don't know what it is. I should have done the full combo on this guy. Surprised that didn't connect. I didn't realize we were, you know, speedrunning Yakuza 5 here. Anyway. There are noises going on outside. Something is going on with my body physically that I cannot explain. To leave out the dirty, nitty-gritty details, my body is not digesting food properly. Like, at all. And things came to a bit of a head yesterday because I've also found some blood. So, what I'm gonna do, because I genuinely feel, like, terrible at this point, what I'm gonna do is finally get a doctor's appointment this week and finally, you know, get that sorted out at last, figure out what the hell's going on, what I'm allergic to, and all that jazz. Because, again, if it was actually bread, like, if I had bread, easy enough to tell. But I have not had bread at all. So, I don't know what it is. I genuinely don't. And as I said, I've had like... Is that the quick one? I've had basically, like, the last 2 days off where I haven't been able to essentially move at all, which sucks. So, yeah, that's basically been what's been happening. That's why I've had, like, a couple of days off. I need to basically figure out what's happening. I'd prefer not to go to the doctors at this period of time with everything going on, but, you know... I also want to figure out what the hell's going on in my stomach and why I'm in serious pain every day, so I'm gonna get that sorted. But that's why I've not been around the past couple of days, unfortunately. And I want to try and stress that it's probably not as serious as it sounds. Don't know if that's true or not. We'll find out. Alright, Kiwami, and it's... Hey, Bob, I'll speak to you in a bit. It's probably not as serious as it sounds, but it's causing me a lot of pain, and that's why I haven't streamed the past, like, 2-3 days, because it's just been, like... I learned from, like, a little bit before, my recent marathon spree in August, that I should probably not push myself to stream when physically I'm not doing too good, and that's been the past 2 days. The first day where I literally felt like I was gonna, like, faint for whatever reason, it was probably the catalyst for whatever this was. And then obviously, no way I could do it yesterday. You'll see me pause every so often here because I can't remember what's skippable and what's not. Like, I used to do Kiwami runs quite often, and then I didn't for over a year. And then the entire route changed. And now I'm here. I used to do this run, like, a fair amount, especially when the game first came out, especially when the PC version also first came out. The trouble is, this chapter, and this man. This man has turned into the bane of Yakuza Kiwami speedrunners. Because he just stole our ring. Get the ring back. Which, now, you might be wondering, you know, this is part of Kiwami's extended kind of, like, little prologue. None of this was in the original Yakuza 1. The storyline-wise, it makes perfect sense, and it's good, it extends your tutorials, and unlike Zero actually teaches you how to block. Reminder that Yakuza 0 doesn't teach you how to block until Chapter 2. So if it is your first Yakuza game, you don't learn how to properly block unless you figure it out yourself. For as much as I love Zero, I will point out that criticism every time. But for speedrunners, this chapter is unfortunate, because it's essentially a 10 to 15 minute back and forth. And we have something in Chapter 2 that is probably one of the hardest openings to any Yakuza speedrun that you'll see. And you'll see, I'll explain it when we get there. Yeah, just find the button yourself. It's like, for as much as, like, people complain about, like, the Yakuza games, like, doing too many tutorials, at the very least, some of them teach you how to block. Shoutouts again to Yakuza 4, where Yakuza 4 is the only game where you can just ignore the tutorials. Thanks, Yakuza 4. This guy is a literal dodge god, by the way. Look at that fighting pose. It's the most amazing fighting pose you've ever seen in your life. So we have to... Oops, that's not the right stuff. It's exactly the same as Zero, I got no excuse. I was just setting up so that he wouldn't dodge.
Oh my god.
That's clearly it. That is clearly it. Please stop hitting me. Have a heat. Salmon and thank you so very much for the raid. Hope you're doing well tonight. You're not supposed to do a heat attack on him, but he is a dodge god. Essentially, this guy right here, for some reason, has one of the highest dodge rates in the entire series. And I mean the entire series. Like, don't know why. He will dodge everything. So actually getting hit in the face to trigger him attacking so that I could hit him was definitely what I planned to do, and not just because I accidentally switched to Rush instead of Beast to use bike strats. Heck, that guy. He's also one of the other pain in the backside reasons as to why, like, resetting in this chapter, or resetting in the next chapter is a pain. Because again, we have to do all of this, and we've still got, like, another 5 minutes of this chapter still to go, unfortunately. Thankfully, most of this is auto. We try and buy the ring, we can't buy the ring. He's gonna jack the price, we're gonna go steal money off Shinji a couple of times. You know the drill. But yeah, thank you so very much for the raid. Hope you're doing well tonight. That's the explaining. Yep, I hopefully will do more. The nice thing about this bit here, the game doesn't tell you where to go, but the camera actually points you in the correct direction. Also, for some reason, and this is like a mini pet peeve that I have with Kiwami here, this cutscene will sometimes put you behind a street sign that you can't just push past because it's the old engine. And then sometimes it'll just put you on the right path. I don't know why. I can't tell you why. Like, that sign there, it will just put you behind. Just randomly. Genuinely cannot explain why. It's weird. Either way, we're going to go back in here. He's going to raise the price again. We're going to go steal more money off Shinji. But the real meat of this run comes as of Chapter 2. And it's also where the hard part comes. And then it's where the fun part comes. If you've never seen... For example, if you have never ever seen a Yakuza Kiwami 1 run, but you played Yakuza Kiwami yourself, if I told you that we can literally take out Shimano in Chapter 3 in one attack, would you believe me? Because that's what you're going to see. Also, Shinji was taller than Kiryu? I don't think he was taller than Kiryu. Not tired of repeating himself? Nope. Nope. That's kind of the thing with, like, speedruns is if it's like I'm doing this is no reset because I'm very rusty at this run, sadly. I used to do this run quite a lot when the game initially came out on PS4 and PC, and then I kind of just stopped for a long time because, again, this chapter right here makes running this game very painful, because if you mess up something at the start of chapter 2, which is really hard, and I mean really, really hard, then you literally have to redo all of this again. And as you can see, there's not a lot to it. There's a couple of unskippable cutscenes. It's somewhere between 10 to 15 minutes long, depending on if you're, like, good at the game or if you're not good at the game. So essentially, we're now back in the actual stuff that was in the original Yakuza 1. So we've got to take this money to Kazuma Family Office. Going to get introduced to 2 more characters on the way. This is Tamura and Aoki. We don't need to matter about them for now. They'll be back in a little bit. Someone redeem... not for the webcam thing. Somebody wanted to see me do webcam streams for a while, and I was just like, yeah, alright. Yeah, alright. Someone did do one of the large ones. I don't remember which, though. Either way, we get told that Sohei Dojima is up to no good. He's taken Yumi, and unfortunately, Nishiki's gone after him. We all know Nishiki's a bit of a loose cannon, so off we go. It's hard to repeat itself. That's kind of like what I was trying to allude to. Like, with the nature of speedrunners, you've got some people, like, with the Yakuza runs, we have like a whole bunch of downtime. Like, look here, we're running towards this fight clearly in front of us. It's like, it's not ideal, but at the same time, it's not like there's not much to talk about. And I just like to fill this time with things I can talk about. Like, if I grab this guy here and use a charge throw, he actually died. That's unfortunate. I didn't want to get hit here. That's going to cause problems in the rest of the chapter, but oh well. So they're all dying. Now, this might seem a little surprising right now. I can't make the last part of this look as fancy because I don't have full HP. Essentially, at this part of the run, Kiryu is kind of strong. He's got a couple of... He's not, like, fully upgraded, but he's got, like, a couple of upgrades put into every single one of his, like, pathways. And the game's going to do something in a second where we're going to lose all of that. Now, that's why we're kind of destroying everybody at the start here. But I used a move specifically there that's called Max Crush. We're going to be getting that literally as the first move that we get when we go into Chapter 2. And it's literally the basis of Kiwami's entire any percent. So, here we're just going to, you know, Max Crush this guy. Hey, heals you here. Interesting. Didn't know. I'm going to switch to Brawler because Brawler is pretty quick at taking out these enemies. As long as you don't miss anybody. Did a full combo because I know I'd be able to get actually back into him. So this guy is going to have a much larger HP bar, right? So what we're going to do, switch to Beast, do a charge throw, and then do a heat attack, which is HP bar. That's gone. So, Kiwami means extreme, by the way. Enter Dragon Phase, because we have to, for the tutorial, you might have to hit him once more to get him to stagger. You have to go into your Dragon Phase and do your Kiwami move. These Kiwami moves are brand new to Yakuza Kiwami. They are only in Yakuza Kiwami. They tutorialize you about them here, and then the game doesn't tell you that it actually takes them away from you right now. Thanks, video game. Thanks, video game. That's actually the chapter transition there. Here it is. Usually, obviously, on PS4 you get on PS4 you get like the save loads, but are there any glitches involving the run? Yes. And you're about to see one of them. Did get totally confused by camera moves. In fact, yeah, same. Like, I also got very confused by them. The Kiwami moves, basically you have to relearn them, but the game doesn't tell you this. The game only says, you know, oh, we're about to lose half of our abilities. Or, well, all of them. But the way the game tutorialized that was kind of as if those Kiwami moves were part of your repertoire, which, that's not great. That's really not great. So, we start off back in Kamurocho, it's now 10 years later. Kiryu now has literally nothing. I want, not that tree, Max Crush. So Max Crush is our charge throw. Now, Kiwami Any % is very unique in that it's one of the only Yakuza runs, although we've got a few more now, so this statement doesn't exactly ring true anymore, that makes use of an actual glitch. It's one of the most prolific glitches in most of the Yakuza, or one of the most prolific glitch in the Yakuza runs, in that we'll be doing this glitch pretty much for the entire game. Now, if you remember Yakuza 0 and Shakedown, winning against Shakedown doesn't give you any reward. Winning against Majima does. So unfortunately, we have to win this fight. And this is the reset point. Because this is actually a hard fight. So switch to Beast. Try not to get hit multiple times by Majima. Does happen. Majima, basically, his random which attack he does at the start. He can do one more as well, which is annoying. When he's standing up here, you want to do a shoulder barge to break his guard. This will stop him from breaking out of your throw. Thanks, Majima. Charge throw. Now, we want to charge throw and then get our heat. Oh, he didn't do anything this time. Reason being, watch his HP bar as we do this heat attack. Notice anything? Notice that did an absolutely insane amount. That's unfortunate, because there's no... I can't grab that, it's too far away. So this is the unfortunate part of the fight, is that if you leave yourself too far away, you can't grab any weapon to kind of negate his giant Kiwami HP healing. Drag him over here, because we're going to use another sign. Essentially, all the signs and cones in this fight are all used against Majima with charge throws to do extra damage. When doing a max crush charge throw, look how much damage that is. For some reason, we don't know why, but for some reason, when doing a charge throw, the next heat attack, provided you don't attack him beforehand, does for some reason like 3 times the damage. And no, we don't know why, because that's not something that is supposed to happen in the move. And there you see he's breaking out. He will at some point in this fight start breaking out my attacks. So we have to make sure, obviously, that we can just deal with him before that happens. This is a very bad Majima so far. But again, this is going to be a no reset fight, provided I get past this fight. Should be the end of the fight. Slow Majima, but that's it. So you can see we get 10,000 EXP points from that fight. That is 101 levels. That is huge. Like, actually huge. So, is you run to the right and drag and then switch? It's probably smarter because then he won't hit us, obviously. So, this allows us to get a whole bunch of level ups. So, I'm going to be doing a massive level up here. So, please excuse me for 2 seconds. Salt, we want to get Black Tortoise Spirit, which guards against attacks, of course, Heat Gauge Rage. Climax Heat Gauge 1, which is more important. Do I want Grab Mastery? Yes, I do. So, Grab Mastery. First time you grab an enemy in combat, you actually get heat, which is very important. Grab these 2. Now we want to grab all of our extremes, which is the Kiwami moves. These are more just in case. Ironically enough, Majima later on is going to be a problem if we're not careful with this. Plus Climax Heat Gauge 4 below. Perfect. Tech Tree. This is Tech Tree, right? Tech Tree. We want to grab, if I remember rightly, down to there. 1 to the right. And down to 1 to get Charge Attack, because Charge Attacks are good. And now Body, we want to grab all of the first line. More specifically, we want to go a little to the left. Unyielding Mastery makes us not flinch when we're in critical HP, but that doesn't matter so much. What does matter is Boost Attack 1. For, you know, obvious reasons. And we carry on all the way around this tree until we hit... Would you believe it? Well, more importantly, destroy Secret Gorged, where we do significantly more damage with full HP, and then Boost Attack 2. So, with that, we're now overpowered. What we're going to do is we're going to grab this locker key here, and then we're going to go visit somebody that used to be the biggest pain in the arse in this entire run. He goes by the name of Punk-Ass Abbey. Well, Punk-Ass Abbey. This guy is... Second option is the quickest option, because he just gets him to fight with us. This guy is a massive pain in the backside. He's one of those that has a massive, like, really high dodge rate. We used to grab the bike to the right, but of course, now that we have max crush strategy... Do we get Abbeygasm? There's the Abbeygasm. Yeah, here, Abbey. I'd love that. There's a couple of fights in this run that, like, 2 years ago-ish, used to be massively bad, but now they're trivial. you're not seeing the full extent of the damage upgrade we've got yet, because Punk Asabe doesn't have that much of a HP bar. Trust me, you're going to see it real soon. Real soon. So, you can see that we're kind of like running out of stamina as well. A reminder that in Yakuza 0 and Kiwami, 0 was the first one, we start off with level 0 stamina. So we can only run, / sprint, obviously, for a set piece of time. We're going to go down here and grab this locker key, which should be, yep, C5. Good. Didn't forget it. This is part of the new strats, so I need to make sure that I don't forget this. And then up we go, and now we're going to carry on with the actual story. So I believe this is the first dialogue option, right? I'm fairly certain this is the first dialogue option. So there's one dialogue option here that you want to do. There's only one here that actually gives you the... You can do one, like one of the others, and then quit out this conversation, but it won't secretly load up the trigger for the next part. We need to find Stardust. And there we go. Now, sub-stories are on the map. This lady on the right here, in the light blue jacket, she is a sub-story. Long, long ago, we used to do her for the actual experience to be able to use the Kiwami moves on Shimano. And Yuya coming up. But with Majima's EXP, we don't need to do that anymore. As soon as we hit Stardust,
yeah.
Here's our next fight. Rebel, thank you for the host. Hope you're doing well tonight. Yuya. You all know Yuya. He's the man from Stardust. So, you'll recognize what we're going to do here. Grab Yuya. Notice we now have almost full heat. Throw Yuya to the ground. Watch his HP bar. Yeah? Yeah? If you think that's impressive, just wait a sec. So we're going to speak to Yuya and Kazuki, and then we're going to get into a big old fight here in Stardust. If you haven't seen this run before, trust me, you're going to be seeing some things that are shocking and annoying. So, kind of similar, we're going to be using a different move of beasts in our repertoire. We're going to be grabbing anybody here. I usually go for the guy with the dagger to stop him from annoying us. Then use the beast heat move to take out 3 of them. And now here, just take people out. So I usually like to grab, obviously, this first. Lamp has a rather large hitbox. It's not like super great for damage. That's unfortunate. We'll deal with him in a second, because what we're going to do... Where is it gone? That's unfortunate. So what I was going to do was pick up the dagger that the other guy dropped, but I don't see where it's gone. So in order to just not save time, in order to not waste time like looking around for it, we're just going to finish the fight normally. It's a shame, because if you get the dagger, you can just do a heat move. You don't have to do like the max charge crush and then obviously you use a heat move. It's a little bit of a shame, but that can happen sometimes. Is you can kick weapons and they'll disappear. Shinji's back. Shinji became an edgelord. What's up, Shinji? Literally, he comes in wearing shades as well. Good old Shinji. And with that, that's the end of the chapter. Not too bad. Okay. So the real impressive stuff starts appearing in... I only lost 10 seconds to that Majima fight. That's kind of surprising. The real interesting stuff comes in this chapter from that lad there, Shimano. This is the entire reason why I say that you're going to be impressed by this run. Because those of you who have played this game casually know how much of a pain that fight is. You don't need to go all the way to the left here, but you don't want to get seen by anybody, and that route is a tiny bit safer than the right. If you run fast enough at the start, you can just go to the right. So we need to get inside of Tojo HQ for Sarah's funeral. Fake name. It's very important you do at least the last one here right, which is former Dojima. If you do the Kazuma family, this guy is a member of the Kazuma family, doesn't recognize you and boots you out, and you have to do the start again. So. I need to... inside? Inside, question mark? Yeah, inside. I got my order mixed up. This is it's another one of these weird, like, orders. Gotta speak to this guy. So he's one of the funeral directors. He's lost his mourning band, which means he can't get into the back, which we're trying to sneak into the place because, you know, half of the clan think that we are a traitor to the Tojo right now, when we're not, but events. And as soon as we find it, unfortunately, he saw us. This is also an addition to K1 that wasn't in the original version, if I remember rightly. And this is where it gets weird, because we're going to go back inside again to the guy who just got his mourning band back. I don't know why it put us on the right door there, but it does. To see him having an argument with his boss. And he quits. Okay. Okay. So then we're going to go outside and find him having a smoke. And he says he's off to become a vet. Which, no, that's actually a good profession change. That's good. That's respectable. So he's chucked his mourning band away. We have to find it. There's 2 trash cans in the area, and thankfully it's always the same one. It's not random. And it is this one over here on the right. Perfect. And with that, we can now get past this guy because he thinks we're a member of the funeral proceedings. And then there's this guy. So despite the fact that we are infamous in the Tojo for killing Sohei Dojima, this guy, who's a member of the Omi, is the only one who recognizes us. Sure. So this is Omi Alliance man. He does actually have a name. Yasuda, would you believe that he's going to get charge thrown and then he's about to die in one hit? Pretty much. Pretty much. So here's somebody sent by Nishiki to watch out for us, because Nishiki knows we're at jail. And here's Shinji. Now there's something important I have to do here. So remember when we took Shinji's money in chapter 1? We never gave it back. We still have it. We still have his money. And with his money, we're going to do something very important. Let's speak to this guy here, this convenient weapon salesman at a funeral. Don't question what the Yakuza do. We're going to buy this dagger. And now we're going to leave. I'm probably going to pick up a couple of extra healing items in this, just in case. So, Shinji's going to go get Kazama-san for us, our essential foster father. And we're going to get taught how to go into first person, because this is how you get some of the locker keys in the game. So there's Kazama himself. There's Sarah. On the left is the not so recently deceased Sohei Dojima. Here is Shimano, voiced by Michael Madsen in the original Yakuza 1 dub. And our old bro Nishiki. And with that, it's not Kazuma who finds us. Well, it is, but unfortunately he gets shot. And then here's Shimano. So we're going to try and take out as many people as we can with the bench. Sometimes you can take out all 4 with the first hit. Sometimes it doesn't happen because this guy usually moves back a little bit, which is a shame. And now we're going to try and escape from Shimano by doing our first big set piece. So, this is the Tojo clan set piece. There is always a set piece when you come to the Tojo clan, isn't there? So we're going to start off just by attacking normally and him guarding. So you know what? You're getting a lantern to the face. Reminder that you do more damage with full health in this game. So we're going to try our very best to stay at full HP for as long as possible. It's probably not going to happen. And that's one of the reasons why... drop your guard. Kiwami is a bit of a frustrating speedrun. Because Kiwami itself, most of your damage comes from when you're full HP. So we will, at different points, be grabbing ourselves, obviously, a bunch of healing items for safety. Yeah, that guy does have a cutscene, Akiri, to be fair. Nishiki actually hired somebody competent, apart from the fact that the rest of the Tojo apparently aren't. I'm glad that he hit the barrier there. So we're going to take care of everybody else. This is much like OG Zero in that early on, a nice combo of free light into a strong attack is usually enough to take care of enemies in Brawler. A little quicker than obviously grabbing everybody and just throwing them to the ground. I'm going to grab one of these, actually. Because there's this guy. As far as the Yakuza antagonist competency list goes, Nishiki's actually quite up there. I know. I was wondering if anyone would pick up. I said OG Zero. So I'm going to grab the stand on X and I'm just going to stab this guy. How'd you do? I'm going to switch to Rush if I can, just for the tiny little bit of extra move speed for the next part. Actually, no, I'm going to stay Brawler. Stay Brawler. But I'm going to grab this healing item on the left. It should be another Stand on XX. Stand on XX's heal a decent amount of HP and heat. Gonna run past. That sucks. Sometimes you can get past him without getting hit. Stand on X. So in this part as well, what I'm going to be trying to do is hitting multiple enemies at the same time to take them out at the same time. Unfortunately, I messed everything up there. Pretty bad playing. But in these fights, what we're going to do is we're going to aim for these knife throwers first, because the knife throwers, as you saw, are the most annoying enemies. I can get multiple enemies if I did a full combo there, which is why I did. Shame. Pretty bad play on my part. That's fine. It's been a while since we did Kiwami. 3 more up here. Sometimes you can get all 3 of these at the same time, which is absolutely amazing. Doesn't happen often, but oh, it's so good when it does. So satisfying. Can't tell you how satisfying that is. Genuinely is one of the most satisfying things in this game. So we're going to run up the stairs. We're going to go to the right. We've got a couple more enemies to get through. Again, hopefully we can get a triple. Nope, not even a double. See, I know my PB here has a triple for those enemies. I could have done a double light strong there. Oh well. Once again, break the door. You don't normally get this one, but I'm going to get this one for safety. Stand on X, DRS purposes. Oh, that's... Old engine, hitboxes are bigger than usual. Go to the door early and hit it. Because that spawns in the Kiwami exclusive fight against Majima. We're going to hit this guy here. Majima's going to attack us and break our combo, meaning we can't kill the knife thrower. Thanks, Majima. Appreciate it. Here, we just want to take out as many of the normal enemies as we can. Trust me, we'll do a Majima in a sec. We'll do a Majima now. This is one that we do grab. The Stand on X. Stand on XX. Come here. Come on. Good lad. Max Crush, you know the drill. Grab a sofa, wait for him to almost stand up, push him into this wall because this heat attack does more damage. I don't think the other one matters if you do the other one when he's on the floor, but that is a good one. And we want to leave this fight with Beast Style equipped. Yakuza Kiwami invented Majima. Yep, much like Fable 2 invented the dog. If you've ever seen that Peter Molyneux interview from all those years ago, Peter Molyneux says in an interview, oh, we created this thing, this amazing invention, we call it the dog. Peter Molyneux. So we're just going to take out enemies as quick as we can. It's a little quicker to use the actual other things, but throwing weapons. Now, if you want to see something truly impressive, Shimano. Hands up how many of you here struggled with this fight when you first played this game. With the fact that his extreme had massive HP regen, right? Here's what we're going to do. Not going to our abilities. We're going to our equipment. Equip the dagger. I'm going to go into our inventory. I'm going to use one of the smaller stamina X's because I want to get my HP back. I'm going to grab Shimano. Charge throw him to the ground. Get out our dagger. What's Shimano's HP bar? One hit. And that is the ridiculous amount of damage that you do with Max Crush. Makes you angry, doesn't it? That's literally the whole thing behind the any percent of this run. Because the any percent of this run is literally... It utilizes this glitch on Max Crush that lets the next heat attack do an insane amount of damage. That's the entire reason why we're doing so much damage, is that if you do a charge throw, and as long as you don't do another attack before the heat attack, then your next heat attack does extra damage, and yes, that also includes weapon heat attacks. It was Lily who found this. Not sure how she found this, but it's insane. And that changed the face of this speedrun completely. And this is, whilst we have other Yakuza runs that do take use of some glitches, Yakuza 5, thanks to old Tapioca in the chat here. Oh my god. Really, right now? Fuck off. I love you. but fuck off. God damn it, Majima. So, I'll talk about Majima in a second. These are the 2 locker keys he picked up. Oh, excuse me. Did he spawn? No, it did not. But that's actually fine. Because I can talk about... Never mind, he went away. I can talk about the Majima Everywhere system. The Majima Everywhere system is that lad right there. Goro Majima. Basically, Goro Majima is now walking around the map like Shakedown did in Yakuza 0. He is the walking... He's the old walking... What am I after those? He's the old walking raid boss. Now, he's actually not a problem in the any %. You'd be surprised. He'll lose you like a good 10 to 15 seconds, so we don't want to fight him. Like, we still do not want to fight him, but he will only lose us 10 to 15 seconds if we do fight him. And then he'll move to a spot on the map that we're always aware of. So, Majima in the any %, funnily enough, isn't a problem. He is, however, a problem in the New Game Plus. I need the... Where are we? Ah, Elder Belly Warmer. And we're equipping that. The Elder Belly Warmer is a gear piece that gives you extra damage when there are a large number of enemies. I think you can see where this is going. So, essentially Majima is random. He is in his base level because we're obviously base level any %. So we haven't fought him at all. So he's basically grade G, I believe. G into F. We need a paper plate from here. Where are we? There we are. So he will only appear by walking around town. He won't do his usual jump out of his hiding spot routine, which is the entire problem with New Game Plus. Because in New Game Plus, they obviously have a really maxed out, you know, Majima Everywhere system. So, don't pick up items, those are DLC. Instead, we'll be picking up Sprint Level 1. Thanks, Bob. So, this is one of his usual spawn points for any %, is the road here. So, obviously, I'm keeping an eye out as I go down Tenkaichi. Just double check my things right now to make sure I've done everything correctly. I have. Good. So, we're going to head back to the bar we just visited. But yeah, essentially he's not a problem in any %, but in New Game Plus, you have literally every Majima spawn available to you. This can cause problems, because there's 5 spots. Once you've leveled Majima up a tiny bit, there's 5 spots that Majima absolutely loves to spawn by. And of those 5 spots, we won't see any of them in the any %. Once again, showing that the differences between the any % and the New Game Plus are actually really big. New Game Plus uses as well, doesn't actually use these Max Crush stats, because they basically buy shotguns. There you go. Which we will also be doing later on in the run. So, this is Haruka. This is the first time you meet Haruka. She has a gun. It's never explained why she has a gun. She has a gun. These idiots are messing around with this dog. So we're gonna do the obvious. Grab someone, just doesn't matter who. Lob into everybody. That just took out the max HP guy in one hit because of the third belly warmer. And then, of course, we've got these wonderful big giant motorcycles. Two-handed weapons in Yakuza speedruns are pretty much your bread and butter. Now, I don't have full HP to do a massive amount of damage. As you can see, we're still doing a metric ton of damage. Please come over here. Shame. If I had max HP, that would have been one hit. But essentially, we're doing an insane amount of damage. Now, we saved this poor little pupper, and we're now going to feed it some food and drink, hence why we got all those items coming up to this point. Also, I did see your question, Bryce. No one's ever done, like, a get to, like, max Majima %, as far as I'm aware. There is the opportunity for a couple of, like, less serious runs on the board. For example, Yakuza 6 has this thing that you can spam over and over, and in about 15 minutes get to literally max stats with every single item. Or with every single skill line. So, you know, that's been talked about in the community for a little while. But that's a possible as like a, not a jokey run, but as like a fun run, certainly. Like, just do the any percent up to here and then just start, like, farming Majima. So in bits like this, special bits where obviously we're taking Haruka back to Serena, or bits where we're with, say, Date and stuff like that, sub-stories aren't on the map. Majima isn't on the map. But for this bit, we do have a fixed fight coming up in a little bit. Seems like RNG hell. I've literally had the thought of... like, in a New Game Plus run, why not try doing a New Game Plus run without maxing out Majima? You know? What would happen if you tried a New Game Plus run without maxing out Majima? So, if you can get everybody in front of you here and grab this guy, you can do Beast's Throw here, which just takes them all out. Sometimes they'll run away. A bit of RNG to Kiwami. Kiwami has... the Yakuza games, if you don't know the Yakuza speedruns, the Yakuza games have a bunch of RNG. Like, a bunch of RNG that I will be explaining because some of it isn't totally obvious. And thank you very much for the host. Hope you're doing well tonight. Does not have full dragon. Is dragon even used in New Game Plus? In the final fight, yes, if he goes into his extreme. But that's it. I think. I might be wrong. It might be wrong. But as far as I'm aware, only the final fight. So that's why I had that thought in mind. Because again, if you had to mix things up, you have Max Crush and Heat Attack. You've already got the damage. Like... so with Haruka, we're going to be going to the Millennium Tower. By the way, if you do fight Majima once, the correct option for this one is the bottom option. If you do fight Majima once, the place he moves over to is the place in front of the Millennium Tower. It's on your minimap, and the hitbox for it is actually really forgiving. Like, it's the Yakuza series has some very unforgiving hitboxes, but Majima's hitbox here is actually very forgiving. So if you do end up getting into that fight with Majima here, his fight appears here, and you essentially have to be running along that sidewalk to trigger it. Like, you can literally go right up into it on the minimap, and it still won't trigger. On the other side, that cutscene doesn't trigger unless you go specifically there either. So yeah. We're now going to meet somebody who, if you've seen the K2 runs recently, a familiar face. We're going to be going into here. Always happen like that. Look at this picture of a girl called Mizuki, who is Haruka's mother's sister. And hey, guess who it is? It's Hayashi. Yeah, cool, Hayashi. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw him to the ground. We're going to get out a knife and stab him. As you do. And then we're going to go back to Beast because I'm going to grab this for safety, even though I don't think I need it at this point. We want to go over here and we want to grab some furniture because, as you can probably guess, furniture, pretty good. That was okay, not the greatest. Well, I don't know what happened in my PB to lose like almost a minute here, but okay. Mizuki's Haruka's mother. Right, Yumi's sister. Right. Yumi's the aunt of Mizuki. Yumi's Haruka's aunt, Mizuki's mother. Yeah, right. Right. I'm actually ahead. That's kind of surprising. Anyway. Chapter 5. Chapter 5. So. We need to speak to Date. I have that in my notes here because I always forget. We don't have any leads, so Date is going to tell us about this legendary informant in town. His name is the Florist. We're going to go and hunt down this Florist. So off we go. Yeah, like Hoxie says, I'm trying not to say the thing until we get back off. So, we're going to go over to East Park Boulevard. He is over in West Park. Yes, West Park is in the east, just trust us on this one. Which is Park Boulevard East. It's the second taxi spot in Kiwami. And what we're going to do instead now is we're going to take a little bit of a detour. Because we're going to get this annoying sub-story out of the way. This guy here is a toll booth. He wants us to pay money every time we go past him. As you can probably tell, that's going to make this bit really slow. But we're going to fight him instead. Because, you know, I think you know exactly how this is going to go. So, grab him, throw him, punch him. It's like an extreme version of Bop It. Either way with that, that's going to end his sub-story. He's now going to get out of the way permanently, which means we can keep coming back up here, which is good. And more importantly, he's going to give us the Leech Gloves. Now, the Leech Gloves, when equipped, basically drain and give you extra heat. So, of course, what we're going to do is we're going to sell them. Because we don't need them. We don't need them. We get heat for grabbing enemies at the start of the fight anyway. So, we're going to run in the bathroom and get stopped by some hobos. They're going to say, hey, the sign is out of order, didn't you see? I'm going to say, yeah, we saw. Then these hobos have guns. Cool. Fortunately, we get saved by an absolute living legend himself, who goes by the name of Gary Buster Holmes. Fucking love Gary. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this weapon shop. We are going to sell the Leech Gloves that we just got, because that is 500,000 yen. We're going to go into Purgatory, and then I'm going to unequip my stuff now, because I didn't want to accidentally sell it to the weapon guy, because I have done that in the past, and that ruins runs. So, equipment. You have to equip both. You have to unequip both your dagger and your Elder Belly Warmer, because this Colosseum, is this where the locker key is? Is this where the locker key is? No. There it is. That's the one. We want this locker key here, B5. That should be the painting locker key. This will get us some more money later. Would you believe we still need more money? We need a lot of money. And basically, much like the original Yakuza 1, you can't equip any items going into the Colosseum fights. Unlike Kiwami 2, where you could. So, we don't have a wonderful dagger to be able to help us here, but that's not going to matter too much. Because as you can probably tell, every Yakuza game has a Colosseum section. So, this is the florist. He won't let us do the Colosseum as a favor to him to get us some info. There you go. Free fights. First up, D. Feldman. That's rude. Grab D. Feldman. Throw D. Feldman. Punch D. Feldman. Pretty simple so far. Next up, G. Pramuk. A Muay Thai fighter. Can you guess what we're about to do? Grab G. Pramuk, throw G. Pramuk, punch G. Pramuk. And now comes the interesting bit. The legend himself, Gary Buster Holmes, does not go down in one punch. We have to do this a little differently. Charge forward, Gary. Throw him to the ground. Wait. Bash through so that we can grab him again. Throw him to the ground again. And then punch poor Gary. See you in Kiwami 2, Gary. Lovely. Not too bad. Right. Now let's sing a theme. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Speak to the florist. Right, not skippable. I'm surprised at which of these cutscenes I'm remembering are skippable and not. I know I only did this run, like, essentially a month ago, but, like, I didn't do it for a year before then. So, let me scroll down, because I have a big... Hey, idiot, equip your stuff. I have a big level up coming soon. So the forest takes us down into his underground basement, where he literally has cameras all around Kamurocho. We're going to re-equip the dagger, we're going to re-equip the Elder Belly Warmer, which is a bit more important for this next fight coming up. And now we got to go save Date, who's being beaten up by hobos. The homeless here don't like the police, and Date is a detective. Let's not mention the fact that the florist is an ex-detective who also has a bit of a bone to pick with Date himself. Oh. So, you'll see on the left here, a gentleman who should look very familiar. We'll be speaking to him soon enough because unfortunately we can't skip him. He does have actually a pretty useful move that we learned. And we find Date being beaten up by hobos. So, of course, they all have swords. We're going to beat up the hobos. Because, of course, we are. And you know the drill. Grab a hobo, any hobo, throw the hobo. Goodbye, hobos. That gets us a completion point for our sprint. Now I'm going to try and use Brawler, hopefully, to be able to not get hit. I prefer not to get hit before the next fight, but that is very hard. Because we're going to get hit in the next fight. It's about to happen. This is where things are real rough. So, we saved Date. Unfortunately, Date got beaten up and Harrigan got kidnapped for the second time in the game by Majima. So we're going to taxi over to the hotel district. First option. Hey, Bordeaux, hope you're doing well. Hey, AJ, hope you're also doing well. Also you too, Murabito. We're going to be heading over to the batting center, which is where he is. Majima is currently... It's one of these special occasions where Majima is currently not on the map. Because he is specifically in a story cutscene in here. So we're going to enter the batting center. Oh, excuse me. Right, the trigger's there. Stupid. Don't forget to turn back into Beast, because we are currently in Brawler. Actually, I think you can just stab him. I'm not sure. Either way, I'm just going to do what my notes tell me just in case. Grab Majima. This guy in the... Yeah, one of these guys is just annoying and will knock to the ground. Oh, come on. I can't do the thing now because I've accidentally done the attack. This is the guy that usually attacks, so... I'm just going to do it against him just in case. No, I'm not. Bad Majima fight! It's happening again! Throw Majima to the floor. Get your knife out. Nobody attack me, thank you. Stab Majima. I could have done that earlier. Majima now has no HP. Finally. Majima's going to be unkillable until he changes forms. So it's going to brawl her a little bit. And then hopefully hit Majima before he goes into his extreme heat and gets his HP back. And then finish the fight. Again, you do a tiny bit more damage if you have more HP. Because of obviously Destroyer's Secret Gorged. And that's the end of that chapter. And I can't believe that I'm still saving this much time. What happened in my PB? What did actually happen in my PB? I'd say check this is my actual PB time, but we wouldn't know because I didn't highlight my goddamn PB. That's why I'm doing this run. That's why I'm doing this run. Still, like, losing a bunch. Like, not losing a bunch of time, but still not as good as I could be, but... Oh well. Right. If we can afford it, if we have the completion points, which we should do, I wasn't keeping track up to this point, we should be able to get stamina level 2. We're going to leave, because as we leave, we're going to be stopped by the homeless man. This is actually Mogasa. He actually gets, yeah, a name. There you go. He's the guy who takes care of the dog after the end of this game. So, as we run over to go to East Park, we're going to speak to Bob and hopefully have enough completion points to be able to get Sprint level 2. We do not, so we'll come back later. We'll get this now just to save time for later, because obviously we went into that menu. And now we're going to have to do a... Oh god, it's this chapter. Now we're going to have to do a favor for the florist. Well, the florist is going to ask us for a favor, so we can get some info back. Now, again, at this point, sub-stories are back on the map, so is Majima. Majima has a spawn in here, but it's not... oh, by the way, here comes Kamaki. You have to do this, just run towards him. So, the Majima spawn in here is not one that's walking around. It's in a corner. You have to actually, like, talk to him. It's not one you'll see in the any percent at all, because it's further on. And it's a fight against Slugger Majima. So... Kamaki, we have to learn one of his moves here. We're going to be learning what is called the Kamaki Firearm Flip, which is actually a very strong attack. Especially in this game, where enemies towards the end of the game kind of have a little bit of a problem when it comes to guns. And I mean a big problem when it comes to guns. Okay. Just checking what I've got to do. Need to remember to change to Beast in the next fight, because this fight, even if we were obviously, we need to be in Brawler for the tutorial. There's our other completion point that we can use to get Sprint level 2. And now we head off. So, you'll be seeing this run to Purgatory a lot, unfortunately. This happens a couple of times in the game. So, we're just going to be heading to the florist. You can see I've got a little bit of stick drift. Hate my stick drift. I wonder if the time loss I lost in the previous chapter was because we added, like, new stuff to the chapter. That might be the reason why I lose so much time. So I might have to get rid of my golds, because I don't think my summer best is truly summer best. So let's head on off. We'll go over to the batting center again, where we're going to go and meet a guy called Takashi. Now, Takashi is the florist's son. The florist kind of left his life very early on. Also, here's old, is it Tamara or Aoki? It's Tamara, that's right. Tamara is supposed to be dead, by the way. Got a little too close to a certain story, and then the florist took him in, faked his death. Here he is, now working for the florist. Hey, Mr. Ineptitude. This is actually a decent run so far. Like, for my standards and for how, like, rusty I am at this run, this is actually a pretty good run so far. I'm kind of surprised. Like, kind of very surprised. Nothing bad has happened yet. And there we go, tempting fate yet again. So, we're going to go to the batting center. We remember to change to Beast. Remember to change to Beast. It is in my notes here in giant letters, change to Beast. Once again, Majima is walking around the map, so are sub-stories. There is a sub-story down here that we are going to have to avoid. And then this is one of the more... That one right there, those 3 people walking in the middle of the street. That's the sub-story. This is also one of the more popular areas for Majima to spawn in the Any percent. So you might see him. Again. So Takashi here, he's the florist's son. He is running away with the daughter of some Yakuza boss. You know the drill. Okay, so it's the beast throw here. Okay. So what we're going to do at the start of this fight, these guys, he runs off. These guys come in and start some crap. It's the B King. I assume the B stands for baseball. We're going to do this to try and take out some enemies. Grab one of the benches here. And then hopefully take out the B King without losing any damage would be nice. Alright, I'll just use the other bench, sure. Usually try and use these sofas rather than the blue benches, because the sofas are a little better than the blue benches, but words are hard. I'm glad I didn't lose any HP, because we're probably going to lose some in this next fight. We're going to go to the Club Deborah, or a different name if you're playing OG1. As we run down here, we avoided one sub-story to the right. That fight spawn is good, because... Damn it. If it actually aggroed onto us, with fight spawns in this game, you can only have one set of fight aggro on you at a time. So if that fight aggro had gone on me, and there was like a fight spawn around here, be it a normal fight spawn or Majima, we could have just avoided it, because we already have one set of fight spawn on us. That's why sometimes you'll see me run over to a specific group of enemies to try and get their attention before I run down like a road or something. So Takashi here is being hounded by the family of the Yakuza who, you know, the girl who he's trying to basically run off and elope with. Oh no, didn't grab him, that's bad. Please hit him with it. I did. Here, you probably guess, just grab a sofa, a table even. Unfortunately, the table has gone missing. That's unfortunate. There's our hit. There is a Stamina Royale at the end of this room, if need be. You can see that actually triggered double of his... Excuse you? Hey! That actually triggered double of his Extreme Heat. You can see how little damage I'm doing now that I'm not at full HP. So it's very important you try and stay at full HP in this run. That's one of the more annoying aspects. So the thing is, they're not trying to get the Yakuza boss's daughter back. He was giving her some money so that they could start a happy life together. See you in Yakuza 2, Takashi. Well, you're even more of a dumbass, I guess. Stream's live! I'm hoping I was live before this, but stream's live. So with this, we're going to be heading back to the forest to say job well done. And again, New Game Plus could potentially have a Majima taxi. Just gotta be careful. Okay, cool. Everything so far is coming back, like, quite nicely, which is good. Also, you can run into the dog to save time, but then the dog yelps. Don't run into the dog. Don't be an arsehole. Don't be Nishiki. We had a zero run about a month ago where Nishiki decided to run into literally every dog in this place. I understand the heel turn now. The signs were there from the beginning. Literally didn't stop him. Run into the dog. Don't run into the dog. That's amusing cam more. Well, I wonder, like, if people are enjoying, obviously, cam streams. Obviously, the lighting situation isn't that great. The trouble is, I can't have the... If I move my setup, I could have my camera, like, there in front of me, but the trouble is, my light bulb is... Hang on, I've got a big, long upgrade list I gotta do. So, White Tiger Spirit. All of this is just mainly to get the heat stuff. You. To left of climax. Oh, to left, yep. And then down one. Now I remember, yep. You. Climax heat power one, yep. That's it. Okay. Good. There we go. Cool. That was it. That was easy. So, it basically, yeah, to be perfectly frank, I can't have the camera in front of me because my light bulb, and I'm not joking you, is right there. It's above my head. It's not in the best of positions. So if I have the camera literally, like, right there, all you'll see is a giant light from behind me. I look like Jesus. I'm not. I can't walk on water. I tried and stood on my bath the other day and I sunk. I am quite heavy, unfortunately. I'm working on that. One day, maybe. Aspirations. Unfortunately, with that as well, my webcam... The only time that I bought this webcam was for a marathon 2 years ago? Okay, yeah, that's not the one that I go to Pink Street for. That's the next chapter. Had to double check there. Now, because we didn't get it earlier, sprint level 2. So if you didn't get sprint level 2 earlier, now is the perfect time. This webcam literally cost me 15 quid. Which for a 15 quid camera, it is 60 FPS despite how crappy quality it is. I have a plan. I do have a plan that I'm trying to put into motion, and it's not going too great. I have, potentially, a better webcam in my phone. So I'm trying to figure out a way... That's a sub-story. Careful of that. I always walk into that guy. Trying to figure out how I can have my phone sync up with my PC wirelessly, unfortunately, because my PC is, way over there. And the cable I've got is, not long. It's essentially, like, that long. You can't see it, but it's arm's length. It's not great. So, essentially, I'm trying to get my phone working as a webcam so I can have it kind of, like, that direction, like, in front of me, where I'm looking now. But I would also need a light source as well, because I could always, like... If I had a light source like here behind the webcam, I could turn that off, and then we wouldn't have like the bad lighting, and you'd be able to see more of my face. And that's the entire reason why I haven't been doing webcam streams in the past either. Is that I bought a 15 quid webcam, and it's such a pain in the ass. To get proper webcam and proper like actual quality would require me investing. And it's not been something that I've wanted to do before. That's a good fight spawn. I appreciate that. How? I went to run. How did I trigger that? What the heck? I need very specific answers here, don't I? Friend? Right, expensive drink. Yamazaki 25. Oh, the memory banks worked real fast there. Goodness. Now where am I going again? Back to Stardust? Back to Stardust. Back to Stardust. One of these days I'll get it right. One of these days we'll get it right. 10k street entrance, but you can see how much further we can run even just with an extra... Don't see me, don't see me, don't see me. Fuck shit, fuck shit. No, 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 no. Thanks. Boy, Kiwami Any % runs are exciting, aren't they? So, I'm fairly certain that Majima works the exact same way that Shakedown works in Zero, in that Majima doesn't move on the map when you use taxis. He only moves if you one despawn him. Which of you was it? Oh, the door. One, either if you like despawn him by going in or out of a shop to basically refresh the entire map, or by speaking to an NPC when he's close to you. Also, for some reason, my game is glitched here, where Sai's supposed to be in those clothes, but she's actually now in her schoolgirl outfit. I don't understand why either. That's unfortunate. Please stop this. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do nothing, apparently, because I can't actually go into my menu when I'm grabbing someone. I wanted to heal up so that I could have full HP for this, but I probably shouldn't have bothered with that. That's better. I want to hit Tokuda, because I want him gone. He's the annoying one. He's the one with the most HP. He's the one with the knife. I'm just going to grab the bin. I'm trying as much as I can here not to get hit, because I'd quite like to stay at full HP for what comes after this. It doesn't matter if I don't, but it helps. I'm not using another healing item. This is the problem with Kiwami, is that a lot of enemies in Kiwami have a massive amount of hyper armor. More so than most Yakuza games. Whereas Yakuza 3, for example, enemies just like to guard a lot. Here, for some reason, they have a massive amount of hyper armor. And you don't, because they nerfed Beast quite heavily from Zero to Kiwami, because Beast was broken in Zero. See, she's back in a schoolgirl outfit. I don't understand why. There's another weird thing about the PC version coming up that I'll point out when we get there. So we're going to go to Pink Street entrance. I went the exact... Like, why did I go the long way there? That was stupid. But yeah, we usually have different methods in the Yakuza games of despawning enemies, unless it's the older Yakuza games, at which point things get a little tricky, especially if your name is Yakuza 5. Because Yakuza 5 has an insane amount of fight spawns, and good god is it annoying. It's the worst thing. So, with Shota, grab Shota, beast heat move. Shota's not going to fully go down, because I'm not full HP. I'm going to go up here and grab this as a just in case. Grab Shota, Chantro Shota. You know the drill. That should be that. And you'll also notice as well, if you played this game casually, we're also skipping pretty much every single boss's Kiwami. That's one of the reasons why this route is so damn fast. That might be a gold. Not yet. Where's the, there it is. After the Nishiki cutscene. That's a legit gold right there. Okay. Okay. Cool. Right, do everything up to gambling the same. Gotcha. Oh, dear SPB, you know what the drill is. So, Mizuki is turned up dead. We're gonna go and find out who did the tattoo, because she has a tattoo of Val. We're gonna be heading over to the place we got our tattoo done, which is over on Pink Street, or in the alley of Senryo Avenue. That's a legit gold as well, by the way. Like, actual legit gold. I promise you, I have not practiced this run before today. Like, the last time I did this run was a month ago. I'm surprised my muscle memory is genuinely holding up as well as it is. Also makes me wonder what happened in my PB to be that bad. Which I know was the DROS last month, but hey. So, we get our tattoo touched up on, and then we also find out, you know, about the tattoo, which I can't remember the actual result of. In other words, you like pizza. I also like pizza. I cannot eat pizza. Because of my potential allergy to gluten. Or dairy. Alright, it's better not be dairy. If it's dairy, that's it. You'll never hear from me again. Because I'll just overload on chocolate right there, and then you can't take chocolate away from me. I will find some tablets I can take, and then just take those before I eat chocolate in the future. I cannot give up chocolate. I have actually almost given up chocolate completely cold turkey, which genuinely sucks. Really sucks. Hey, Yumi Warrior, hope you're doing well. So we're gonna go on an expedition with Date here because, hey, guess what? Haruka's gone again. Surprise. This is usually the point where I accidentally taxi away to a different place, so I'm very glad that I started running towards Theatre Square. I do not believe that Majima is around the city when we're with Date. The nice thing is neither are sub-stories, so you can see the lady that I pointed out here earlier is not currently here. Fight spawns are. Fight spawns still are. So, talk to Erky. He thought he saw her entering the game center. Thankfully, the Club Sega right here. So we're going to go and enter that Club Sega right here. And we're going to go and over here to schoolgirls talking about her. Note to self, don't walk into Mesu King. Noticing it on the left there. It's going to happen. Actually, that's the sad thing. Today I had today my mum was basically like running late from work, and she was like, hey, listen, if you don't want to cook tonight, I'm just going to go buy you a pizza. And I'm like, you can't buy me a pizza, I'm potentially allergic to that. You know this by this point. So, unfortunately, I didn't have pizza. I had a very mild fish and chips from a new place again, which was alright. Was alright. Not great. Needed to be cooked a little more, and then it would be better. The batter, it had a little bit of batter on the sausage, you know, not like massively dipped in, but like the ends kind of like slightly dipped. It was very soggy, so I didn't eat the batter anyway. Like, literally, the first bite was just like massively chewy, and it was just like, yep, that's not nice. I don't know how you mess up batter. It's not hard. That's a fine fight spawn. Remember to look at both parks here before we leave, because Haruka got seen in one of the public parks. So you have to make sure you come in, otherwise you're coming back here. Don't think Pocket Circuit is spawned here, but we're going to be careful. Have a cheese pie waiting? Ooh. Gluten free pizza across the fine and serviceable, but man, fake cheese is a sin. It doesn't seem to be dairy, which is the nice thing, but there's something in bread that seems to be fucking me over right now. And I don't understand what it is that's been causing my stomach issues the past couple of days. That's the weird thing. Because I haven't had any bread or any gluten over the past few days. So, not quite sure what's going on there. Got to figure it out. Definitely got to figure that out. Hence why I'm going to go to the doctors at some point this week. So once again, I'm going to have to ask. I know last week was kind of fragmented in terms of streams. I'm going to have to ask for a tiny bit more patience, where there's going to be a couple of shorter streams. Like today's going to be a bit of a shorter stream. It's probably just going to be this run. And then I'm just going to need a bit of patience over the next couple of days whilst whatever's going on in my stomach sort itself out. Because this run doesn't have any bathroom breaks, unfortunately. Some do. So I could do a run that does have a bathroom break. Zero has one 2 hours in. Kiwami 2 has one like 30-40 minutes in. Oh, it's a shame. Again, just don't get grabbed. You know what? We're doing the old favorite. It's table time. Everybody here, apart from, like, this guy who has a massive HP bar, pretty much goes down quite easily. Boy! Fuck this fight. Everybody here is hyper-aggressive tonight. This guy has a large HP bar. You know what's going to happen next. Mysterious organization men hate him. I didn't realize he was the one on the floor. This'll kill. I have the max crush from grabbing somebody else. It's slow, which is unfortunate, but with how this fight has gone so far, I want out. I want out right now. This fight is weirdly aggressive. Basically, this is one of the points in the run where for some reason the enemies get like a defense and HP upgrade anyway. Had acid issues just from stress. My acid issues I can pinpoint. This is a long story. Not a good story either. Oh yeah, we have to go gambling with Haruka now. This is one of the weird things about the PC version. I'll get into it when I get there. So after gambling, I have to do things a little differently. So let me just consult my notes real quick before I say this story. So dealer fight. Right, the fun dealer fight, I forgot. After gambling, get the stuff, and then go sell the stuff. Right. Gotcha. 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 I remember. It's fine. So basically, we're doing things a little differently in this chapter in the new version of the run that I haven't seen. There's a fight spawn in front of me that I'm just going to hold off on. The reason as why I'm not going down Nakamichi is because I don't want to trigger Mesuking accidentally, because I'm going to accidentally, and I know I am. Need to speak to you. This is 100,000 yen that you have to pay to go in here. You will get that money back after this, but you need that 100k here. More importantly, we have to go around the back here because there is a locker key in here. I hate walking around small enclosed spaces in the old engine. This locker key here, I believe, is either a diamond or a platinum plate and sells for a lot of money, which you'll be seeing once we come out of here. We should now have 2 locker keys in our possession, one of which is obviously now the plate and a painting. So the PC version of this is actually broken because this bit here, you are supposed to win all 5 bets. When you win all 5 bets, it doesn't matter if you bet here or not because we don't get any money from this. You win all 5 bets, and it makes it look like Haruka is a gambling genius. A cutscene happens where the dealer goes off, and basically brings out some fake dice. Haruka then supposed to lose for the first time, and gets mad. And that's what causes the fight in here. But for some reason in the PC version, this glitches out. And you'll see that sometimes she fails. It is a PC issue, not Kiwami. On PS4, it is completely the same. I think it's fine on Xbox. I don't remember. I don't honestly remember, but you are supposed to win all 5 of these. But it's completely random now. It's supposed to be wins, but it's random. We'll get the cutscene after this one. See, she's supposed to 105. She's 103, which makes her reaction to the next thing even weirder because this next one here, the final one, is supposed to be her actual first failure. But she can sometimes win this one, which makes her subsequent cutscene throwdown very weird. But either way, she now accuses them of cheating, and would you believe it, they are cheating, and now we have to fight everybody in here. This used to be one of the most annoying fights in the entire run, because both dealers here are massively aggressive. And so is everybody else. Here's the thing. Grab this guy, throw this guy. Probably not going to kill everybody. Oh, I did kill them. Apart from him. Excuse me. Excuse me, I want you dead. Yeah, get out of here. I should get my HP back at this point so that I can do more damage for what's coming up at the end of this chapter. Do not hit me. I want to keep everybody, as you can see, in this nice little line. Very nice. Very, very nice. It's kind of the new route. It's a new route as of a couple of months ago. It's the same route that I did... There's your money back. Same route that I did in last month's run, but done better this time. Somehow, because I haven't touched the game since last month. So, we're now going to take a little bit of a detour. We're going to be grabbing locker B5 for our painting and locker J4 for our diamond plate. And we're going to be going and selling those off, excuse me, because confirm is the same button as run, of course. Still not as bad as jump being the same button as talk in Final Fantasy 15. My frustration and hatred towards that game. I have such a love-hate relationship with Final Fantasy 15. I walked into Mesu King! Excuse my language. Mesu King equals tits, but as you can probably tell in the speedrun, it's a bit slow. So this kid wants his titty card back, which honestly... No, you're too young. This is my titty card now. Don't give him the card. Yeah. It's my card. It's my tits. Leave me alone.
Seems good one, 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 seems good one.
Hold on while I sell stuff. Oh, it stopped. Cool. Bordeaux Dog, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. All 45 seem good. Brent, thank you for the bit. Saul, thank you for the bit. Alright, so now we're gonna taxi back over to old the place of the thing. Haruka, that's right. Nishiki family, Shindo. Next chapter's the one we do it. Got it. Stealing boys' titty cards. Listen, he's too young. He's not allowed to look at stuff like that. He's got to wait till he's older. Kiryu. I'm just gonna give it to Date anyway. Date seems a little lonely. So with this, we're going to go meet up with Nishiki. We might lose a tiny bit of time compared to my best in this chapter because, again, we didn't do that shot before. So obviously, in my old route, I went straight to obviously the objective points, which may be faster, maybe slower. It's fine, Bordeaux. I should have better spam filter on. The spam protector actually is on, so blame that instead. just blame that instead. Because somebody in here used to like being a helicopter. Good old helicopter. Now, if you remember K2, you'll also recognize this familiar face. Not these familiar faces. I mean, you will one of them. Not these familiar faces. There's another fight. Hang on. This is important. Grab this guy. Move away from that bit there, because you will actually do the solo heat move of pushing him into that. Try and keep all of your HP. How did that get one of the guys up here and then one of the guys down there? I'm confused. Also, how did I not grab that chair earlier? I'm very confused. Very, very confused. Either way, you recognize this guy. Maybe. It's Shindo. What up, Shindo? He looks older in this game. Grab him. Toss him. I don't care about being hit here because I'm just going to get my dagger out and, that's the end of Shindo. I don't know why I switched to Brawler. Probably for that. Also, if I can get multiple enemies, that'd be great. That sucks. Alright, you know what's going to happen instead? I'm going to move away from that. Grab this guy. I wanted the sword. But, you know, alright, that's fair enough. Multi-attack weapons are kind of decent, but you saw that the sword there is still not as good at just punching people. So, yeah. Some more fun to fight, yeah. Yeah. Angry music. Still not the end of the chapter. That's the end of the chapter. There we go. Still saving time somehow. Chapter 8. Big. Oh, wait, that's the end of my notes. You know, sick. Big update.
Punching people.
Soul? Yeah. Oh, right. We want Climax Heat Gauge +2. Good old Essence of the Beast Torment. You'll remember this if you've ever seen a Yakuza 0 run. And then we end for now. Oh, wait. No, we don't. No. That's more like it. And then that's it. And then that's it. Where am I going? East Park? No, yeah, East Park. Yeah. Yeah, everything's on fire. Haruka gets kidnapped again. Right, that's right. Fancy that. Flying Billy Joe, thank you for the bit. I appreciate it. Fancy that. We're going to get Haruka kidnapped again. Surprise. Right, I never sold my stomach story either. This is not a good story. Let me give you the TLDR. Back in university 4 or 5 years ago, I got pneumonia. Pneumonia gave me a fatty liver, which caused a whole bunch of acid to cause going into my stomach, which also eroded my stomach wall and caused me to get a para-umbilical hernia, which I won't give the gory details about that, but if you go and search up para-umbilical hernia, all I'll say is that's the worst physical pain I've ever been into in my entire life. I need to go see these guys. Do not, under any circumstances, walk into Pocket Circuit right now. Or after the fight. Because I will lose 2 minutes. And I will literally lose this run. Pocket Circuit's right there. You just have to be careful. Yeah, it's here. Good. Now is where we go and do the thing. Gotcha. But fighter. Yeah, pneumonia basically destroyed my entire insides. And essentially, my body eroded itself from the inside, and at some point I also got a sliding gate hiatus hernia, which I can describe this one because it's not as disgusting. If you've ever... That's a shame. Everybody has an esophagus, right? You all have this flappy bit. We all have this flappy bit on our esophagus. This flappy bit is what regulates what goes up, what goes down, your breathing, etc., etc. You know the drill. The hernia I've got causes that flappy bit to break. I can choke on air, I can choke on food that I've eaten, I can choke on drink, I can choke on anything. The fun part is that because of that, and because of the problems that I've got with my stomach, my body's not digesting food. And the hernia forces things up, including acid, including the undigested food, and this is one of the things that's causing me problems. So yeah, I fully understand the problems of stomach acid. It's awful. So I'm going to speak to this guy. I'm going to give him 30,000 yen. He's going to teach us a certain phrase that I didn't write on my notes. Good. I'll remember it when I see it. Promise. That's going to give us access to the weapon shop, which we're going to go to in a little bit. For now, we're going to deal with these guys. In fact, we're going to go there after this. So, Shiraki. We're going to grab Shiraki here. No, the drill. We're just going to toss him around. Won't kill him, I don't think. Oh, no, I killed him. That's fine. Grab the golf club if you can. Try not to grab the baseball bat. The golf club is better than the baseball bat. Still bad, though. Try not to get hit again. You can see there the baseball bat and the golf club, basically the most of their attack comes from the last hit, which isn't great. It's really not great. Even choke on a speedrun. Yeah, no, not wrong. So, in the New Game Plus, that right there, where we just walked past, is one of the places where you can have Majima spawn. Which is why in the any percent, it's not that bad because he's not there. If I remember rightly, there is a sub-story down this road, and I have to be very careful not to trigger it. I think if I stick to the left, it's fine. Boy, this was not the route to go. It's fine. Hi. Housewives in a Bind. It's the one. Perfect. We are going to buy 5 shotguns. I don't know why I didn't buy the pistols while I was there. And 9mm, 9mm. 3 9mm. Leaving us with 343,000 yen for the rest of the run. We're going to need 300,000 yen for story purposes very, very shortly. By very, very shortly, I mean in like 3 chapters? Something like that. Make sure we don't trigger that sub-story that's here. Good, and now we're going to go to Debler again. I'm just going to run it instead of try and taxi, because that's probably quicker, I think. I don't actually have it in my notes. All of this that I'm doing now is basically, essentially, it's not new. It was, like, introduced to the run, like, a couple of months ago, but it's new for me. I just know this route is safe because there's no sub-stories, and thanks to that, there's no Majima. This drunk guy in front of us is a fight. So is the guys... Oh, that's a sub-story on the left. Be careful. Okay, cool. Hey, Bella. Hope you're doing well. And with that, we can go up here and deal with our next fight. So, what do I want to do? Alright, unskippable. So, here's how we deal with this guy. We're going to deal with him a little differently. We're going to grab him. And then we're going to toss him over the balcony. As you do. As you do. So with this, he comes and walks back up here. Thanks for that. And these are the Akai brothers. Now, fun fact, not only was for the longest time Kiwami 1's Any Percent one of the only runs with a glitch in it, but so was OG 1, because in OG Yakuza 1 with the Akai brothers here, you can throw one of them out of bounds. And it just kills them. Fun fact. I am going to equip shotgun. No, I'm not. I wanted the knife first. Fuck it. Fuck it. We'll just do things the old-fashioned way. We'll do things the old-fashioned way. Who do I want to kill first? You. No, not you. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate, actually, because I do need the damage again. No, I don't need the damage against you. Come here. Down on the floor. Okay, I messed up because I was supposed to use the Goemon first. So, goodbye, large lad. Now, we need to get our heat back, and I've already spoiled the surprise. I think you know exactly how we're going to get our heat back. I'm going to move over here where everybody is hopefully in front of me. Turn this into a shotgun. I think I can just go him on this guy, but I'm going to throw him down anyway. No, I'm not, because he's already gotten up. Stun gun next to us if we need, but we don't. I need to practice this fight, because I really don't understand what I'm doing in this fight. Because this guy here, funnily enough, has Majima's breaker style. Heck you! How very dare you? So he'll attack you when getting up off the ground, so you just got to move back a little bit. I didn't move back enough. Unfortunate, but that's the end of the fight. Very slow, because I got hit a couple of times, and also I don't have full HP anymore, so I'm not getting out as much damage as I should be doing. Either way, say hello to Lao Carl. This is, weirdly enough, one of the other places where Majima can usually spawn in the any percent. It's such a weird little place. Majima can spawn quite close to you from here. Like, Majima, if you're trying to farm up the rest of Majima everywhere, use this Club Sega, because this Club Sega can spawn in Zombie Majima and Idol Majima, both of whom I had problems finding casually. But if you just keep coming in and out of here, you can actually find Majima quite easily around here. Hopefully, yeah, he's not around. That's good. And with this, we are going to end the chapter. East Park Boulevard. Thank you. Okay. I don't have many notes for this, but it should be quite simple now we have shotguns. It should literally just be I'm going to shotgun everybody. That's literally the strat. That is literally the strat. I wish it was more elegant than that. It used to be. Not anymore. It used to be hit people with tables, but no. And this just ends the chapter straight out. That's actually, I'm not losing too much time considering we actually go and like do a completely different shop here. That's not too bad. Almost 2 minutes. Not bad. Alright, Bordeaux, thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a good day. Yeah, say one shotgun for the finale, thank you. Appreciate that. Know what I'm like. So we're off to Yokohama. And then this guy gets shot. Poor waiter. Gets absolutely destroyed. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get out our shotgun. That's not my shotgun. Excuse me. I'm gonna move down here to try and hit more people. Hopefully everybody gathers up. We're just gonna keep shooting everybody as they come forward. I didn't mean to grab that, but it works. You know, free healing item. Not gonna complain of that. I'm being shot. Oh yeah, this guy doesn't really care about bullets, so just be careful. Cool, take care of him. So this guy has a little bit of a high HP bar, as you can see. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna grab him and obviously do a heat move instead. That works. Oh yeah, as Lugu says, no Yak 7 stuff until November, please. Thank you. I'm trying to stay as spoiler-free as possible. The only thing that I know is literally, obviously, like, the fact that it's a genre change. I'm taking this knife. It's my knife now. No. Are you about to hit me? I think you are, which is a shame, because I want to, yep, stab you. I'll stab you anyway. That's fine. It sucks not taking everybody out in one hit because you don't have full HP. Also, people drop guns, so use guns. Didn't want to go into dragon, but it's fine. Did I equip a new gun? I did not. Equip a new gun. In this room, I'm actually going to save my shotgun. I'm going to use the shotguns that I provided in this room. So I'm going to run to the right here. I'm going to grab a shotgun and I'm going to shoot. That's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. For all months will mean months. Yeah, sure. I don't know why I'm running around this way. It's the long way. Hi. So I pick up the shotgun that we picked up before. You don't actually want to be dragon mode for this, but for some reason Heck you. For some reason I am. Okay, now everyone's together. Now come the large lads. Yes. Once again, go, shotgun. Which is my... That's not a shotgun. That's a shotgun. And now I'm going to switch to my shotgun. Let's finish the scarf. No, I'm not. He doesn't take any damage. I was going to hit him. It's slow, but it's fine. With this, I want to be beast. We're going to be getting our HP up to as max as possible. Because we're going to do the old-fashioned method for old Lao Ka Long. Possible playthrough, 0, 6, and 10 days doing story only. You could. You could. If you're not planning on doing, like, any side stuff, then yes. Lao Ka Long. Lao Ka Long things. I didn't know damage. Had to have done damage. So we do need to let Lao Ka Long at some point go into his next phase, which there it is. Get your weapons. Come on, thank you. Right, gotta do this. Forgot. Well, you don't have to sometimes, but I got unlucky here. Now comes for the fun part. Okay, main story and Kiryu Saga. Yeah, that's fair. You could do, but remember that Zero all sub-stories run was 16 hours. Although, obviously, if you're doing it New Game Plus, you'll be a bit faster because, you know, upgrades and stuff. Shout outs to this shooting section, which actually has mouse support. Zero's doesn't. Making this infinitely better than bloody... Infinitely better than old Zero's. Kiwami means extreme, by the way. Would you believe I used to be a Call of Duty pro? I promise. Well, that man is spinning. So I'm using a combination of... Ooh, what a shot. Using a combination of my controller in one hand, my mouse in the other. Again, like Zero for this bit, you don't have to deal with the shotgun guy in the back, just deal with the machine gun guy in the front. There you go. Yeah, this bit is hilariously fast when you can, you know, properly aim. Like, properly aim. Complete 100% completion list? Nice. It's good fun, that. Very good fun. For New Game, the reason why I haven't done New Game Plus runs of Zero is literally if you just pump everything into Dragon style, like every single boss gets one shot. I'm not even joking. It's probably I can still hit these guys. I thought you weren't supposed to be able to. If you're on a harder difficulty, aim for the rockets, because the rockets will kill you. Reload before we have to fight the truck. If he's going to hit you, go for a reload, because then you don't stagger. Cool. Yeah, it's like, it's literally just, if you do that, that's it. Wow, I'm losing time here. Huh, interesting. Yeah, 15-shot revolver, thanks Date. Date must have custom modded that thing to illegality and back. How am I losing 30 seconds here? The set piece must have been bad. Oh well. Happens, I guess. Cool. Okay, so. Chapter 10. Move upgrade, round 5. And then this is... Okay. Should be the last one. This should be our last upgrade for the rest of the run. We're going to now be getting the rest of the damage that we deal for the run. So... Abilities. Body! It's back to the body tree because we're going to be getting every single attack up in this tree. Also, my nose itches like crazy right now. The rest of these moves literally do not matter. We just need these attack ups. I don't even remember what that offshoot one is there. You think I would, but I don't. I wonder if we do actually need this or not. Considering guns, we probably do. I hate trying to D-pad in this menu specifically. But we do have to go through... Unlike other Yakuza runs where we don't actually get that many upgrades in regards to HP, we have to here to get the attack upgrades. So that's why we get them here. Now, here comes the fun part. We have to follow a very specific line here to be able to progress the story. And fun fact, Majima can spawn. You can skip a couple of these conversations, I think. but I'm going to play it safe and actually trigger them. Because I don't remember which. I think you can skip this one. But you have to at least follow the blood. My mustache is itching my nose real bad right now. Don't grow thick mustaches, folks. And the trouble with Majima waltzing around in this section is we are going across half of Kamurocho. So, you never know. That's good. I'll have that aggro onto me, thank you. Skip that sub-story. There's a sub-story on the left there. I only saw that on the way through, that was lucky. Don't speak to them. I think this is the last one you have to get, or this is the one you can skip, and then you just go to the end. So as long as you follow the road, you follow the blood, you're fine. We have tried skipping past it, and unfortunately it will not load the last trigger, the telephone call coming up here. Which is a shame. We didn't see Majima this time. This one. You want a Sequisha stash. Sequisha stash is one of the best things I've ever seen on Twitch. Hot damn. Like, hot damn. We'll skip it in any percent. There's probably some we can skip in this, then. Be careful of this guy standing outside of Ryugujo, the Dragon Palace, because he is a sub-story. That's why I take a little bit of a wider berth there. And then a phone call. Right. Just get to Arase. Get to Arase, huh? I got these things called guns, right? I probably should have had the shotgun for the first group of enemies, actually. Oh well. I'm gonna grab the first guy's gun here, and then... Or the knife thrower, I'm just gonna kill him. I do not want to get hit. Thank you. That... Oh, there's a guy to the left, isn't there? Thanks for running over to me, I guess. I appreciate it. Guns are good. Act surprised. Guns are good. Nope. Not having you touch me. Again, would rather not have dragon if possible. Oh, I'm out. Again, I just want to make sure that I don't waste too much of my own ammo. I don't take this with me, do I? Nope. Ooh! Sometimes this gun can glitch through the floor or the wall. That's a lovely feature of this engine. Don't speak to me on more Yakuza 0 speedruns ever again. Equip another pistol. And then grab the one that we had. No! The HP! How dare you? Because now I'm not doing full HP damage on some enemies. Get through the door, Kiryu. I was going to in my menu to heal, but okay. I'm just going to attack these guys and take their guns. Fine. Yeah, if I had full HP, I should probably heal. I should really probably heal. I don't want to. I want to be very careful with my healing items coming up to the end game. There's one more of you in here. I actually had an ammo left in there, but that's fine. Small little mistakes costing me a bunch of time. This way. Yeah, much like you said earlier, Villa, I'm also getting lost. So what I actually like to do here is get hit by that guy, and then run around here and punch this guy. His gun, face through the floor or something, I don't know. I usually like to take his gun, but yeah, as you saw there, it happens. I'm taking his shotgun. Actually, no, I'm not, because it goes away when we go up these stairs. Goes away. No. I'm being very careful not to get hit here. thought the cutscene would trigger. I'm upset. I don't know why I changed to dragon. Give me that gun. There are healing items in this set piece, thankfully, which I am going to get. I'm going to take. Not over there. We'll take your gun, though. I almost said cake. I'm going to cake your gun. No, I'm not. No. Leave me alone. Just go. Grab that. Because again, I need to heal for what's coming up. Hi, I want your gun. Okay. I understand, sir. I'm sorry. Excuse me. So, not gonna bother with gun for this guy. He's one of these characters that just doesn't really care. He also dodges a lot, so I'm just gonna throw him down. Jump over to Man Beast. I might want to heal for this. I do want some cake. I would like some cake. Here's the arrow safe fight. I'm going to do this fight very specifically. I'm going to grab this guy to our left because he has gun. Throw him down. Take gun. Try not to shoot Arase and actually take care of everybody else. That's a shame. I'm just gonna quit my Goemon. Thanks. Also a shame. This is why I didn't heal yet. Hi, friend. Stop running. That's Arase. That's that. That's it. Stab him. One hit. He's gone. That's it. Hope you enjoyed my TED Talk. I got my time back. What do you mean, what? It's a speed running, baby! Which is this? Oh, this is the long chapter, right? Yeah, so, for those who didn't see the start of this run, what we're doing is... Yakuza Kiwami has a very specific glitch. It's only in Yakuza Kiwami, as far as we're aware, where if you grab an enemy and do a move that you learn at level 1, called Max Crush, which you can get with level 1 experience. Your next heat attack, provided you don't do another attack before that, does something stupid like 2 to 3 times the damage. Coupled with a couple of extra improvements we've got, including the likes of words are hard. Including the likes of Destroyer's Secret Gorged, which increases ad damage output greatly. Max HP. You can only skip these cutscenes when it transitions like that, by the way. Fun fact. I remembered that. I remember these cutscenes. Is this? Yes. I had to double check there. Yeah, we're combined with that and with the Elder Belly Fur Warmer, literally, enemies die. That sounds like a misnomer, but enemies die. That's it. 2 tries to beat him when you originally played this. Again, as I said earlier, Chapter 3 Shimano goes down in 1 hit. It's fascinating. I don't think I was supposed to taxi up here, but I did anyway. I think I was supposed to run it. You're supposed to taxi up here for the MEB, not for the actual club, but... Oh well, if I spawn on the right. Gotta be a little careful. Could despawn at the safe point, but we're far away enough that I can just run. Alright, it's these guys. It's these guys with the amazing shirts. I remember. Enemies die when they are killed. They die when they get stabbed. It's more, you know, realistic now, you see. Kiryu never kills anyone. How come he's killed Sohei Dojima? Wink! Hey, look at these guys in their amazing shirts. I could pull off the look of the guy in the lighter shirt. If I shaved, that's me. Get me a shirt like that, pull it off easy. Alright, so now... Oh wait, we go back in, You idiot, where are you going? We go back in, and then we go to the park. Moron? Because for some reason they just enter this place and start threatening everybody with bloody swords. The Mafia in this town. This is the Chinese Mafia, not the Yakuza. The Chinese Mafia do things weirdly in this town. It's also snowing. Don't forget, this is a Christmas game. Merry Christmas, everybody. Oh, fuck. He's going to catch up because I can't keep running. Could you stop? Majima! Thanks. Well, at least I'm not going to accidentally hit Mesu King again. It's 3 times today. Jesus Christ. Hot Christmas jams during the credits, hopefully. Wait, will that DMCA me? Wait a minute. So here's what I'm going to do for these guys. I'm going to my inventory. I'm going to equip a bloody shotgun. I'm going to shoot everybody. That didn't work as well as I was hoping it would. That really didn't work as well as I was hoping it would. Keep forgetting that some enemies in this game just don't care about being shot. This guy does. I'm a little angry. And I have 1 bullet left. Fancy that! Now I've effectively used that gun. See? Not just because I was angry. I hate that guy. I hate that guy so much. That fight's just kind of annoying. We used to do it in a very different way, where there's like 1 glass bottle in the corner of that park. You use 1 hit of the glass bottle to turn it from a blunt weapon into a bladed weapon, and then you just stab the dude. Avoid them. They're a little bit of dialogue that is unskippable. Now we're running back to the club. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. No fight spawns. Don't like that. Pizza la. I want some pizza. I can't believe I turned pizza down again today. Unbelievable. Right. Couldn't remember if skippable or not. Memory at this point gets a little weird on what's skippable or what isn't. So she's actually working for Kazuma. They know each other. Stronger than you, yeah. It helps being slightly allergic to the stuff and also feeling like deaf today. Having been essentially deaf for the past 2 days. Love those signs. You again? Stop that. Stop that. My goodness. He is on point tonight. All of a sudden, he wants to be a part of the run. Avoid the people on the left, because I think that does a conversation that you can't skip. So we get a reward of an Italian necklace, because the lady here, we're trying to get into a place called Shangri-La. It's a soap land. And she had the thing that we needed to get into Shangri-La, but unfortunately, she has sold it to somebody else. So in return, she gives us an Italian necklace, which we can sell for 200,000 yen. That used to be what we do in the run, but now we don't bother at all. So we're going to taxi. This is where we taxi. Over to the hotel district. This is the point where I was trying to run the taxi. Also, this bottom lane Showa Street here, very important distinction. In the old engine, which is everything up to 6 onwards, aka 6K2 Judgment, you can't get into fight spawns along Showa Street. But in the new engine, you can. So sometimes we'll go down Showa Street specifically, because literally we can't get into a fight down there. But in this game, you can get into a bit of a dead end if Majima's there, aka in Tenkaichi Street. It's fine, it's not going to bother. So we don't have 500,000. What we're going to do instead is we're going to haggle with this guy, because we can actually haggle him down from 500k to 300. And if you remember earlier, we had just over 300,000. There you go. And that's all the money you need for the storyline. Now we just need money to taxi everywhere. Simple as that. Imagine we can see that PB in one scene. Yeah, he does. I understand. So, fun fact, Majima's not on the map right now. Majima is off the map. That's a bad fight spawn. Is there any way I can deal with this? Ooh, lucky. So this is something that was new to Kiwami. You have to do this. So what we're going to do, there's a very, very quick way of doing this. I love it. You can probably guess what it is. So Majima has called us out. This is why Majima wasn't on the map anymore, is because Majima is waiting for us here. This, in the original Yakuza 1, if you remember the batting center fight with Majima in the game, that was supposed to hospitalize him because he gets stabbed. He's supposed to disappear for the entirety of the game up until this point. So what we're going to do is we're going to equip Shotgun. I should probably equip the 5 to be efficient. That's not what I want to do. That'll do. It's not going to kill him because it's not a charged throw, but that'll do. I should have charged thrown him first, but oh well. Okay. You taunt me. I'm just going to stab you again. Now you can see he's got extra defense. I should have charged thrown him again. Bad fight. He has a gun now, by the way. Majima, help. Old-fashioned way used to be to just use the golf club. That was very slow. I should have just charged thrown him. So Majima gets shot. Majima, I can't believe Majima is dead. I also kind of can't believe that Majima notices Kiryu notices Majima gets shot and just goes, I'm sure he's fine. I don't have time for this. Like, Kiryu's not this cold of a character. It's so weird. It's so out of place because Kiryu would check on Majima. And he really would. So Majima is currently off the map. Majima's dead. Shame you'll never see Majima again in the Yakuza series. Sorry, folks. We're now going to take Haruka to the Soapland because Haruka somehow knows what Soaplands are. Wasn't us that taught her. Promise. And thankfully Shangri-La is just down here. Like, why does Kiryu just leave Majima to die? It's so un-Kiryu-like. It's so weird. Like, it's such a character trait that is just not Kiryu in the slightest. Like, it's a bad fight spawn. I'm gonna speak to this guy to despawn it. Yeah, Shangri-La is difficult to get in. We spent a very long time trying to get in. But finally. Even Q knows Majima lived from that. That's probably it. It's just so weird. It's genuinely so weird. Then we punch a statue. That statue. And now we go. So we gotta get to the top. I still don't... I remember the layout to get out of this place. I don't remember the layout to go up this place. That's me. Yeah. I love Shangri-La. This is a really good set piece as well, as you'll see. So, in this room is somebody who's supposedly looking after Kazuma. Now, Kazuma isn't here, but I tell you who is here. He's not dead. He's not dead, and he's here, and I've got a gun. That's the more important part. I've got a gun. I should have seen if my HP was full or not. So we used to basically fill our heat up on these guys here, but you know, oh, right, because you throw the fucking bottles of slippery substance. Now we're just gonna shoot everybody, and then literally run past. Floor 2 is what we're gonna do. Dodge the knife throw. I want to get this out early because I don't want to be delayed here. Because in the room behind me, you didn't hear it, there's a guy with a gun. That's that. That's that. And now, it's Majima time. I think you know what we're going to do here. Switch to base, grab the Majima, throw the Majima. I don't even think I need to equip the dagger. But I'm gonna equip the dagger anyway. Majima, up you get. Because we want to do this move specifically. More importantly than that, we are going to switch to Rush. So the reason we switch to Rush is because Majima here is actually problematic. So we're going to force him into his next phase by continually punching him, because at this point, he is going to use his extreme heat, his Kiwami. Now, the nice thing is, we should get our heat by doing this QTE. Yep. Unfortunately, we didn't get there in time, so when it gives us the opportunity, we'll be able to do it again. That's the end of Majima. So you can get through this a lot quicker if you can connect with him quick enough to get his HP down. I should have tried a light attack first rather than a strong attack, but is what it is. And that should save us a tiny bit of time. Once we're actually done with the chapter. Shiba or a wolf. Speak to Date again. I'm ready. Also, Kiwami does the thing where some confirmation boxes are the top box and some of the bottom box. Video games. Trying to remember all of those are infuriating. Yeah, we just survived getting punched through the floor. It's fine. Once again. Oh, don't want to do that. Want to do this. We have a couple of shotguns left, which is very good. We're now in the process where we're going to be using all of our shotguns. Here's a familiar face. Have you ever seen Yakuza 2? It's, Terada. Hey, Terada, how you doing? That's not Terada. Who's that? That's Terada. Who was that? Weird. Either way, Terada takes us to Kazuma. Plot time. Basically, we took the fall, obviously, for Nishiki years and years ago. Nishiki became evil. He started using blood for hair gel. That's how you can tell someone's pretty bad. Nishiki was the guy who shot Kazuma. There's this guy called Jingu. He's an arsehole. Haruka's actual dad. Shrug. Yumi's actually Haruka's mother. By the way, Yumi's alive. Also, now bloody Chiano's set fire to the boat. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get out my shotgun. See. Circular Sword Guy, leave this place. Circular Sword Guy is a massive pain. I'm gonna be very careful with him. Probably should have equipped a shotgun here, because we're gonna need a shotgun for round 2. No, I used my hyper armor. I meant to do that. Bye, Circular Sword Guy. He's a pain. If I was on full HP, he'd have died in one combo. I should have actually healed there, because... Hey, guess who? Round 2! That's us, don't worry about it. It's the lad himself, with Shakedown's moveset. It's Shimano. So I'm going to grab those healing items for safety, but essentially, as you can probably tell what I'm about to do. Basically, I don't need to use the dagger for this, but I just am, just in case. Once again, Shimano dead. In essentially one hit. Shimano takes a bit of a beating in this game, to be honest. Kazuma's not doing too good. That's a shame. All-time save, cool. Yeah, the shotgun in this game is amazing, and then somehow the shotgun in K2 is broken. And not broken in the good way, broken as in, you know, it's gonna murder literally everybody. Broken as in it doesn't have any spread to it at all. It acts like a hunting rifle, which is even weirder because in the game, there's a hunting rifle. Finale time. Finale time. So, here is your point of no return. Could have done with that a couple of chapters ago, Yuya. Speak to Kazuki. And we're there. But yeah, OG Yakuza 1 had a big problem with guns. big problem with guns. Gun enemies in OG Yakuza 1 were very overpowered. Now it is us. We are the overpowered. So, as you can probably tell, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run backwards a little bit. Hopefully not get hit by this guy. Change you back out for a shotgun. That's a surprise, isn't it? If everybody could get together, I'd appreciate it. You did not. I missed one guy. I don't want to use the bat against this guy, but I don't want to get hit as well. Let's get into a stage, please. That's pretty accurate, actually. That is actually very accurate. They're all dramas. They're all soap operas. Can I just hit him? No. Heck you, Kojima. Again, I really don't want to use the bat, because the bat is terrible. Like, look at that bad damage. The bat is terrible. Do I still have bullets in this gun? I feel like I've got one left. I better have one left, because I'm getting it out. I have two. Oh, no. Come on. Up you get. You know the drill at this point. I need a fresh shotgun, please. And in the middle of a fight, you can just skip this cutscene. Sure. There was a movie. There was an actual movie. If you've never seen it, there is an actual Yakuza movie by... I want to say it was Beat Takeshi. I might be wrong with that. Gun guy's still alive. That's upsetting. Because now that doesn't kill him. I'm getting out of that fight before I heal up again. Alright. So, save one shotgun. Make sure you don't use all your shotguns now, Sunshine. Most of the enemies in this finale, thankfully, have guns. So, us trying to save our shotgun isn't actually the end of the world. I forgot to check the fight strats for Endgame here, but I assume it's just going to be a case of shoot Jingu's guards, stab Jingu, stab Nishiki. Because trust me, if you think you've seen damage, just you wait. Just you wait till the Nishiki fight. It does exist. I want to see it now. Yep, directed by Beat Takeshi. Beautiful. That's literally so goddamn fast. Give gun. That's the first group of enemies. They're all dead. There's nothing left. That's it. That's fine. I haven't healed yet. No, I want the Kiryu. I really wish you'd go for the gun. The one on the left is unloaded. That might me just missing a few shots. Is this the guy that doesn't take gun damage? Yeah, he is. Alright, that's good. We're just gonna switch to Beast. You know the drill at this point. I'm gonna lob him. And then I'm actually going to heal here. I probably shouldn't. Oh, it's this one. It's fine because he dies anyway, but it's a bad one. Give gun. Thank you. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Even though in Yakuza 1, well, yeah. The best part is that one scene where Majima looks around the corner. Literally where he looks around the corner and it's with his eye that has the eye patch. Like, such a dumb movie. I love it. Glad I dropped that gun first, because I'm going to try and shotgun the guys in the back here quickly. Thank you. Missing one guy is not good. It's alright, I wanted to lose all of my bloody heat anyway, all my HP. We're doing a lot of damage anyway here. It's fine. Alright. We can get some healing items in this next set piece anyway, so it's not too bad if I do heal up. For some reason it sounds judgeful. Yeah. It's still worth a watch how much of a meme it is. It's still a good meme. Also, Tap, here's where Kiryu gets shot first time. There you go. Shot in the arm. So there's one. Oh yeah, we're the Tojo Clan chairman now. Get fucked. Why did I not have enough heat to do the thing? That's upsetting, actually. Interesting. Because I wanted to do the heat move where I could, you know, hit multiple of them. Alright, old-fashioned way. Old-fashioned way. I'm not against the old-fashioned method of just hitting them with a flower pot. You know, sometimes you gotta improvise, and this is one of those times. Get out of my way. Alright. Oh yeah, it was set in summer and not Christmas though, which is wrong. Yuji was in the screenplay based on the first game. Oh, fun fact, you can actually shoot Jingu down to 1 HP here. Guess what? Does nothing. Guy gets his HP back. If you're wondering what I'm doing here, which is kind of stupid, I'm spawning in all the enemies, as you do. Because you can probably guess what we're about to do. The Jingu's about to run away, not very far, but I don't know why he doesn't stay on the helicopter, honestly. I don't have any shotgun left, so I'm going to use some of my pistol to kill some of these guys. Ow, fuck you. Didn't want to be dragon, but here I am, I guess. This is fine. I want to be around the corner if I can. Could you stop shooting me? Just for 1 second. Just for like 1 10-second period. Hey, is this gun loaded? Hey, thanks for pushing this loaded gun towards me, buddy. I appreciate it. Fuck you too. Oh, hi. Fuck you too. One of these healing items just in case. Face that, I don't need them. Fuck you too. That's fine. For these guys? Oh, I thought it was for the 2 idiots on the helipad. Oh well. I got my places mixed up. Never mind. I'm still gonna use the shotgun against them. Watch them be, like, impervious to this. Actually, I should heal to full here, because this'll help. You want to heal before Jingo, anyway. Oh well. Never mind. Never mind. That's why you look through the entire run before you do the run, folks. Because in my notes, yeah, they take no damage. Look. That works. Come here, Jingo. He does need to spawn the others in, but we're just gonna, you know, get a little started. And now we do need that. Oh, that is equipped. Okay. We do need that on. Get up. Do the thing. Laugh. Spawn your men back in. I'm fairly certain. I might be wrong on this. I think these guys infinitely respawn on OG1 until you take care of Jingu. I might be wrong on that. I'm fairly certain this fight is actually changed in some manner in K1. Doesn't mean it's easier. Jingo's just going to heal over there. Who cares? No! Hey! Hey! None of that! Get out of here. Ban Jingu. Listen here, bud. Down you go. Thank you. Right. Let's focus Jingu. I'm fairly certain that if you don't take care of Jingu, they keep respawning. Now, if you're looking for damage, allow me to demonstrate. Brother, no! This is such a cool fight. It's a shame we destroy it. Remember how long this took you casually? Prepare to get mad. Prepare to get real mad. So, heal up to full. Throw Nishiki to the ground. Get out the Goemon. Watch Nishiki's HP bar. Now, here's the thing. Nishiki cannot play nice, which is right here. He starts his heal, so we have to make sure we stab him again. I'm gonna heal just in case I need to do it again. Hey, now! Stop that! I believe that was 5. PS4's memory got corrupted, you don't want to play the whole game again? That sucks. This is not sub 220, sadly. Might be if he quick transitions to the last bit, but I don't think it is. No, it isn't. No, it's the long QTE. No. Come on. Okay, we got there at least. Oh well, not sub 220, but I'm okay with this. For a D-Ross, it's not bad. That's that, by the way. It's done, by the way. That fits the North Star run. No.